Brakes are installed on each of the main gear wheels. The brakes have two separate systems, normal and alternate. Normal brakes are powered by the right hydraulic system, and the alternate brakes are powered by the left hydraulic system. Both brake systems use the same wheel brakes but utilize independent metering and anti-skid valves. Auto brakes are included in the normal system. An accumulator in the system provides backup capabilities. Brake pressure indications are displayed on the brake pressure accumulator indicator, which is located on the center instrument panel. When the brakes are unpressurized, the indicator should read accumulator preload pressure. Pressing a brake pedal activates the normal brake system by opening the respective metering valve. This allows pressure to pass through the anti-skid valve to the individual wheel brakes. Should the normal brake system lose pressure, the alternate brake system is automatically activated. An associated ICAS caution message indicates the alternate brake system is activated. This ICAS message is the only indication that the alternate brake system is activated. When normal and alternate braking is unavailable, reserve fluid from the right reservoir is incorporated in the normal hydraulic system to provide brake pressure. A reserve brake switch and associated brake source light are located on the captain's instrument panel. The brake source light illuminates when there is low pressure in both normal and alternate brake systems. Pressing the reserve brake switch isolates the right AC motor pump to provide pressure to the normal brakes. Pressure from the pump is isolated from other right hydraulic system components to exclusively power the normal brakes. The brake source light extinguishes when the brakes are adequately pressurized. If the light fails to extinguish, an ICAS advisory message appears, indicating accumulator pressure is the only brake source. In summary, the normal brake system, powered by the right hydraulic system, provides braking. Should the normal system fail, the alternate brake system, powered by the left hydraulic system, will provide brakes automatically. If the alternate brake system fails, a reserve fluid supply in the right hydraulic system provides for braking through the normal system. Should the reserve brakes fail, an accumulator provides hydraulic pressure in the normal brake system for further system redundancy. Next, we'll look at brake temperature indications. Wheel brake temperature indications are displayed on the iCast status page. Numerical values ranging from 0 to 9 are shown in boxes indicating relative brake temperatures. Each digit represents a temperature change. The normal brake temperature range is between 0 and 2. Values of 3 and 4 are in the threshold range and are shown as a blue number in a white box. Values from 5 to 9 are in the high range, and both the number and box are white. The temperature values are not instantaneous readings and tend to increase for 10 to 15 minutes after brakes have been applied. A brake temperature light located above the gear handle illuminates when a high temperature is sensed. Now let's look at the anti-skid system. Anti-skid protection is provided for each wheel through anti-skid valves. An anti-skid controller detects an impending skid or locked wheel by comparing wheel speed with ground speed provided from the IRS. An anti-skid switch and associated off light is located on the overhead panel. With the anti-skid switch selected on, the off light extinguishes, and anti-skid protection is provided to the active brake system. An anti-skid warning light located on the overhead annunciator panel illuminates whenever a fault is detected in the active brake system. This light is accompanied by an iCast advisory message. With the switch selected on, the off light illuminates when the parking brake valve is not fully open. Next is auto brakes. The auto brakes provide maximum braking power following a rejected takeoff. The auto brakes also provide a pre-selected deceleration rate during the landing rollout. Anti-skid protection is provided during auto brakes operation. Controls and indicators for auto brakes are located on the center panel. Selecting the rejected takeoff position, or RTO, prior to takeoff arms the brakes for operation. In the RTO position, automatic braking occurs if the aircraft has accelerated through 85 knots and both throttles are retarded to idle. The brake pressure applied is equivalent to that provided by maximum manual braking. If a rejected takeoff does not occur, the selector automatically moves to off at liftoff. Arming the auto brakes for landing rollout is accomplished by selecting a deceleration rate of 1 through max auto. The positions indicate increasing rates of deceleration. The max auto rate is less than either maximum manual braking or RTO. Upon landing, auto brakes are applied when both throttles are moved to idle. To maintain the selected deceleration rate, auto braking reduces as thrust reversers and speed brakes are deployed. The auto brakes provide braking to a complete stop or until disarmed. The auto brakes are automatically disarmed, and the auto brakes light illuminates when any of the following actions are taken during auto brake operation. Applying manual brakes, advancing either throttle, advancing the speed brake handle, or selecting Disarm or Off. Also, the auto brakes automatically disarm if a fault is detected in either the auto brake or anti-skid system. Selecting the Off position removes power to the system and extinguishes the auto brakes light. Parking brakes. The parking brake handle and associated indicator light are located on the left side of the pedestal. The parking brake is set by simultaneously applying brake pedal pressure and pulling up on the brake handle. This mechanically locks the pedals down while the associated parking brake light illuminates and an ICAS advisory message appears. The parking brakes are released by depressing the brake pedals. When the brakes are released, the parking brake light extinguishes and the advisory message disappears from the ICAS screen. Let's finish with 767 differences. For the 767, alternate and reserve brakes are powered by the center hydraulic system. A reserve brakes and steering isolation light and reset disable switch is located on the auxiliary panel. This light and switch are for maintenance use only.